A hot dog can look like many different things to different people. If you ask someone from New York, Chicago, or Tucson what a hot dog looks like, you'll get 3 very different answers. Everything from the dogs to the buns to the toppings is unique. Today we're taking you on a culinary road trip to teach you how to make 3 of America's most famous hot dogs. And the best part is, you don't even have to leave your kitchen. First up, and arguably the most famous, is the New York dog, or sometimes known as the dirty water dog, or dog. Don't worry, it's not actually dirty. Dirty water just refers to the flavorful liquid the hot dogs simmer in all day in the street carts you'll see around the city. As they cook, they release fat, spices, and juices into the water, creating a broth that keeps the dogs hot and juicy. These dogs are often served with brown mustard, sauerkraut, and New York's most iconic condiment, onion sauce. Onion sauce isn't the easiest to come by, so we'll show you how to make it from scratch. First, heat up some oil in a saucepan over medium heat. Then add 2 sliced onions and saute for 8 to 10 minutes, just until translucent. I'm just stirring this frequently so they don't burn. Then add water, ketchup, vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, sugar, salt, and garlic powder to the saucepan and stir to combine. We're gonna cook this for about 20 minutes, stirring occasionally until the liquid has reduced by half and the sauce is thickened. We're just looking for a saucy texture like this. We're gonna take this off the heat and let it cool while we cook our dogs. Since we don't have all day to make our dirty water, we'll jumpstart the process with a seasoned broth. In a large pot, combine beef broth, water, vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, paprika, nutmeg, cinnamon, and a bay leaf. I know it's a lot, but we gotta create those flavors. Bring this to a boil over high heat, then reduce to medium-low to maintain just like a gentle simmer. We don't want it to boil, just these little bubbles on the surface. Now it's time to cook our all-beef hot dogs. 3 of the most popular brands to use for New York are Sabrett's, Nathan's, or Hebrew National, but today we're gonna be using Hebrew National. Then we'll add the dogs to our dirty water and let them simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes, just until they're heated through and plump. We're gonna serve these on a soft white bun straight from the package. Then top with some spicy brown mustard, our onion sauce, and sauerkraut. And there you have it, a dirty water dog. Don't let its simplicity fool you. This hot dog packs a complex mix of sweet, acidic, and savory flavors. It's definitely New York in a bite. Now, you can't talk about hot dogs without mentioning the Chicago dog, known for its 7 famous toppings, or as they like to say, dragging the dog through the garden. And if you're wondering where the ketchup is, it's not allowed. When it comes to the hot dogs themselves, they use a natural casing all-beef dog. The natural casing gives it that signature snap when bitten. Often the package will say if it's skinless or if it has a natural casing, and you can also tell by looking at the ends of the hot dog. So we're gonna fill a large saucepan with about 2 inches of water and bring it to a simmer over medium heat. Then place a steamer basket over the water and add the hot dogs. Cover and steam until heated through and plump, and then remove. When it comes to the bun, it's gotta be poppy seed. Sam Rosen, a Polish immigrant, invented the famous soft buns in the early 1900s, and soon it became a Chicago staple. We'll take these guys and add them to the steamer basket. A classic Chicago bun is never toasted, only steamed. We want to steam it for about 20 to 30 seconds. You don't want them to get too sticky and floppy or they'll fall apart. They should just have a slight shine and be soft to the touch. And now it's time to drag it through the garden. Start with some mustard, then Chicago's iconic sweet neon green relish. Companies started to dye the relish decades ago to make it stand out visually on the dog, and over time, the color became part of the Chicago dog's identity. If you can't find it, just add some blue food coloring to regular sweet relish to get that classic look, but dealer's choice. Then add a spoonful of diced onion, tuck 2 tomato wedges along one side of the hot dog, and place a dill pickle spear on the other side. Next, add 2 sport peppers. Sport peppers are small pickled chili peppers that are typically hotter than a pepperoncini, but milder than many jalapeños. And finally, finish with a sprinkle of celery salt. This dog is doing a lot. Some say it's too much, but we think it has a refreshing, tangy bite. Great for a hot summer day. For our last dog, we'll head out farther west to Arizona to try the Sonoran hot dog. This hot dog originated in Sonora, Mexico, and eventually made its way to southern Arizona, becoming especially popular in Tucson. And we can honestly say this is more than a hot dog, it's a meal. Wrapped in bacon and served with beans, dare we say this might be one of our favorites. First, we need to make the jalapeño salsa. We're heating up a dry, meaning no oil, cast iron pan over medium-high heat to mimic the flat-top griddle the street vendors use. We'll add jalapeños and white onion and cook, turning occasionally until softened, blistered, and charred in spots. You want to get a good char because this is going to give our sauce a smoky, savory flavor that can't be skipped. We're going to add the garlic the last couple minutes of cooking until it's softened and charred too. Transfer all of this to a blender with some water, lime juice, and a little salt. We'll blend that until smooth and just scrape down the sides of the blender to get everything incorporated. Set this aside in the fridge until we're ready to serve. When it comes to the hot dogs, vendors usually use skinless hot dogs instead of ones with casing. They use skinless because the bacon can wrap around them more tightly and it crisps up as it cooks. You'll start by spiraling it from one end to the other, and you can secure it by tucking the bacon end under the wrap bacon, just like this. Then add the canola oil to the same skillet you charred the vegetables on over medium heat. Add the sliced onion and cook, stirring occasionally until it begins to soften and brown slightly, just about 2 minutes. Then push those to one side and we'll add our bacon wrapped hot dogs. We're using a press to make sure they all evenly brown. You can skip this, or if you don't have a press, just use a heavy bottom pan. We're gonna cook the dogs just about 2 minutes on each side until they're crispy and brown. One of the most unique things about the Sonoran dog is the bun. This sturdy roll is great because it holds all the heavy toppings without falling apart. We'll carve out a little space for the hot dog on top, making a V shape. Then we'll spread about 2 tablespoons of the warm pinto beans inside each roll and top with some of those charred onions. Finally, we'll place our bacon wrapped hot dog into the roll and top with some tomatoes and some raw diced onion. Drizzle each dog with some mayonnaise, mustard, and finally that delicious jalapeno salsa. This is gonna cut through the richness of all those other toppings with a bright, spicy flavor. This beautiful hot dog is colorful, filling, and one of the most delicious things you will ever eat. We hope you give it a try. If you wanna make these dogs at home, visit tasty.co for the recipes and let us know in the comments if you wanna see more hot dogs from across the US.